What's up, you guys? I hope you're doing good. It's Dr. G. So it's actually my lunch break. I'm just sitting here. I have something on my mind. I just wanted to get it off my chest before I drive off to go get some lunch. So I wanted to talk about microaggression. And microaggression here can apply to maybe your workplace, even for us here in residency, whatever setting that you're in. I think it can easily be applied to any setting that you find yourself. And I really think that most people have gotten really good at being politically correct, right? So it's that way you're not coming off as being physically aggressive. If you're passive aggressive, no one can actually come at you and be like, well, you were physically aggressive towards me, blah, blah, stuff like that. But at the same time, microaggression towards another individual is still a thing, because I see that in a lot of places. And most times, some people, a lot of times you see it, like you hear it in their words, you hear it in their actions. And I always tell some of my friends, like, I'm really so good at reading the nonverbal cues that come from other people. So most times, even when you don't utter the words, but just from the body language and the nonverbal cues from others, you can actually figure out, okay, their actions towards you. You can see that. And a lot of times too, like me personally, I can speak up for myself. Like, say someone comes up to me and say things that I don't like, I'm not afraid to be confrontational when I need to be, but I don't go about being confrontational for no reason at all. Even in my residency, most people know that. Like, I really try to respect everyone. I try to see the good in everyone, but at the same time, there will always be people that, for whatever reason, even though you know you have not offended them, or maybe they think you've offended them in ways that you don't even know, so because of that, they start to treat you a certain way. So me personally, if anyone brings that kind of behavior towards me and I identify that, I usually will walk up to them and say something to, oh, by the way, or the way that you were talking to me, I'm not afraid to do that, really not. But the other thing for me that bothers me is most times I see people do that to others, that they feel like they're not able to speak up for themselves. And that bothers the heck out of me, I'll be honest. And I will say also, if you happen to be in an environment where somebody is maltreating another person knowingly or unknowingly, and you choose not to say anything, I'm sorry to say, you are condoning that behavior as well. And that's not okay. And honestly, it's more like, when people talk about bullying, bullying is not just what they do in elementary school. It's not just what they do in high school. Like, even grown folks, you know, they have to deal with that as well. And wherever you go, for whatever reason, it's the world that we live in. There'll be people that see you and they're just not happy for who you are, or they're not happy for your accomplishments. They're not happy or they think you a threat to them, or you a mission to them, or whatnot. So these are things that we'll always experience, no matter where you live, no matter where you work, things like that. And I also tell people, the higher you go in your educational career, the higher you go in your profession, the higher you go up that corporate ladder, you even experience these things the more. But again, like I said, it gets even harder if you happen to be somebody that you're not able to speak for yourself. I constantly see these things. I observe these things honestly. And for me, it kills me on the inside, because I'm one that I'll definitely say something. I will say something. But long story short, what I wanted to get at this video is, if you see someone else being maltreated, if you see someone else being spoken to in the wrong way just because, oh, they're not able to speak back, or they're not able to respond back, even these little microaggressions, I really think it behooves you. I personally think it behooves you to say something. It's the same thing that you teach your children. It's like me personally, I teach my kids, don't stand for bullying. And at the same time, do not be the one that gets to bully other people, because again, that is not okay.